Hey there, this is my session 4 video response on self-regulated learning strategies. So my most efficient self-regulated learning strategy that allows me to construct new knowledge would have to be emotion regulation. Without the control of my mind's emotional state, I find myself unable to process any new information. When my brain becomes flooded with serotonin, dopamine, adrenaline, and oxytocin, it is almost impossible for me to focus, which leads to my only working from my sensory memory. Ackerman 2018 said that emotional self-regulation involves control of, or at least influence over, your emotions. End quote. I often find myself using the one and done method, just like Ariel and Karpicki 2018 wrote. One way students use retrieval practice ineffectively is that they use a one and done strategy where they drop material from study after recalling it once during a single study session. End quote. Also, Butler 2017 wrote that retrieving information just once improves subsequent memory performance relative to restudying the information. End quote. If I could stay calm, focus, and revisit information more than once, then I'm more likely to retain the information without discarding it. Now, moving on. The most efficient self-regulated learning strategy that allows me to apply existing knowledge is brainstorming and reflection. Reflection is so important. I make use of episodic memories, which are derived from my experiences, and semantic memories, which are derived from what I believe to be true in my worldview. So upon select and discuss the most efficient self-regulated learning strategy that will enable you to transfer knowledge to new contexts. Knowledge is memory, and memory is knowledge. The question is, how accurate is this so-called knowledge? Goldstein, 2019, wrote, when people report memories for past events, they may not only admit things, but also distort or change things that happened, and in some cases even report things that never happened at all. These characteristics of memory reflect the constructive nature of memory. What people report as memories are constructed based on what happened, plus additional factors such as the person's knowledge, experiences, and expectations. End quote. The source of our memories determines what, where, why, how, and when the memory originated. I find that returning to the source is always the best method for transferring knowledge in its new context. I also like to explore what Goldstein 2019 wrote, which is source monitoring, the process of determining the origins of our memories, knowledge, and beliefs. End quote. Through the concepts of source monitoring and reflection, I find the foundation of my knowledge so I can move forward. I find that we have to go backwards before we move forwards. Reflect on how this may benefit your professional life. My life has been a quagmire of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and actions that was fueled by an addictive and dysfunctional lifestyle. My mind was powerful then, but just shrouded in nonsense. Goldstein 2019 wrote that the mind is something to be used, and the products of some people's minds are considered extraordinary. End quote. My grand path to sobriety has been a product of emotion regulation, good time management, problem solving, brainstorming, reflection, and my faith. These learning strategies are all part of my cognitive restructuring, which has allowed me to construct, obtain, and apply knowledge that has benefited my personal and professional growth. The Bible says, But if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all generously and without reproach, and it will be given to him. James 1:5. My best foundation for learning in general is to place God before all things, and all else will follow accordingly. Thank you.